This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about. This is the world. We don't fuck around. If we did, we found out we are drunks. This is the world. We may not be right, but we don't know what about.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Drunks vs. the World. Episode 77.
77, just like Route 77?
Kinda.
What's Route 77?
Isn't it just like a famous highway?
Yeah, it goes all the way across the country.
Yeah.
I am Jason, one of your hosts, the hostess with the mostest. And across from me we have...
My name is Lucas.
My name is Justin.
No, you're not to across from me, though.
Well, he already
You're
said
to
it
the
there.
north of me.
It was my turn.
So,
And by our powers combined,
We are
Drunks
versus.
the world.
the world.
I think we're winning.
That was
I think
unscripted.
if there was a scoreboard to this,
Yeah.
we're winning.
We're definitely winning.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we totally did that unscripted. You know, we didn't have to look down or, we improv that shit.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
How was your week there, Justin?
Not good.
Not good?
Not good.
Why'd you go drop $1,000 at the strip club?
No.
No.
Work.
Work.
We'll work.
No.
Work. My fucking pressure washer doesn't work. My AC doesn't really work.
God damn it.
I fucking...
At the pressure washer, you cleaning your asshole again?
well, that's why I got it.
I heard of a new thing today. Lucas was here and I found it. It was on Yahoo News. You know what was it? Gooch grease is.
Gooch grease.
Yeah. It's a thing, apparently it's been trending.
I don't want anything to do with it. I don't know what it is.
You really don't.
I don't want to even know.
Oh, you're listening. You're going to hear it now. It's sweat, lint, and feces that is between your balls and your butthole. Gooch grease.
Get that gooch grease on.
Yeah.
What are those Japanese toilets called again? The ones that spray.
Oh.
Those are French. It's bidet.
Bidet.
They're French.
Yeah.
I just don't see that working.
It
very
does,
well.
apparently. My friend's got one. He swears by it now. Ever since he got
It
one.
must work.
Yeah.
I think I'm too scared to try it.
Me too. Next thing you know, I'm visiting truck stops at midnight. How's your business venture working?
My sports betting?
Yeah.
There's not a lot to bet on now. Well, there is, but I don't
Baseball,
watch baseball. It's
unfortunately,
just
and-
football and basketball for me, and golf.
College softball.
Yeah,
There's UFC every fucking weekend.
I know. I just don't really follow it that closely. I don't think I should be making those bets, but
Yeah. Well, just
if
keep
I-
your eye out for the main events or the pay-per-views and
yeah, you'd think if you'd be a professional sports gambler, you should bet on all the sports.
well, yeah.
But this is the down time of year.
You should see if you can bet on cornhole.
Oh, I bet you can.
I bet you could, yeah.
We should look into that.
I bet you could. I don't
Sponsor
think
a
you
team.
Want to, but
Sponsor a team, we get them t-shirts and personalized bags.
yeah,
That's it. We can't pay you guys to go from city to city. And
Something tells me they already have bigger sponsors than us.
there's
yeah.
we played the number one guy in the state, or the states, in the country. Me and my brother, and he had a teammate was number 7 ranked. And these fucking guys
Where'd you play them
at the bowler here in Fargo. We had this big tournament. It was like I don't remember if it was 2 or 5. I can't remember. It might have been $5,000, but it was a $5,000 grand prize, and anybody was could show up. And they had people from fucking South Dakota and everything. And this guy showed up, and he threw 20 bags, and he made 20 of them.
It's crazy. Like,
I'd seen him miss one time, and he fucking jumped out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun to watch when it's on ESPN or something late at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible how accurate they are, and
Yeah.
they know when to throw a blocker shot or something, and I don't know. They're just
even like billiards or darts. You see them on ESPN. Jesus, like triple 20, triple 20, triple 20.
Yeah. No, those guys were really good. Well, so they ended up the bowler ended up changing their shit to where it was you could not be ranked professionally or anything. It was mainly for locals is why they did it. And they have a room in the back where you can go play, and they had a bar set up and everything, but they ended up having to do it because once everybody found out that this guy was there, him and his partner make each make over $100,000 a year playing around the country.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they win that tournament?
Oh yeah, easily. From what I understand, he missed the number one dude in the country. He missed like 5 times the whole night, and then his partner, who was the 7th rank, he missed like 8 times, 9 times. It's just fucking crazy. It was unbelievable. It was a really good time though. We had fun talking to the guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you go down south, they really fucking they get serious about their shit down there."
Oh yeah, I believe it. It's really the sport's really taken off the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah. Lucas, Mr. Bearded Thunder, how was your week?
My week was pretty low key.
Low key.
Yeah, I basically just worked and then watched Family Guy.
All week?
For the most part, yeah.
Wow.
Nice. Huh. How far are you now?
I think I'm into season 18.
Wow.
You started? Did you start at one?
Yep.
Did you?
That's just what I do. I just pick a series I've seen before and I watch it again.
Fucking Netflix now. You can't share accounts anymore.
Yeah.
You gotta have a home base. So I was using my parents this whole time. I'm not gonna subscribe to it.
The problem with what they did there is it hurts people that actually use it for traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I, had to fly to one of our other offices.
Can't watch it on your iPad.
Can't watch it. I can't be on my phone to watch it. I don't know.
And I don't know do you have Netflix?
I do.
I don't anymore.
What does it cost now a month?
We got the one for like 3 or whatever monitors, and it's like I think it was like $14, something like that, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah.
But I got that hospital stay coming up, and if I can't fucking watch my Netflix, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm taking my laptop, taking my phone, taking my tablet, and we have like 5 different streaming services. But that's not the point. I mean,
yeah. How are you gonna jerk off?
Yeah. No, I'll have my other stuff.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't jerk off the Netflix
movies. You're in the hospital. You just use the call bell. Like, yeah.
My dick's kind of need some help here. Yeah. So it was rather uneventful, huh? Well, last Sunday we had the kids' graduation was fun. Me and Justin sat outside till 1:30 in the morning, drinking beer.
The night just got away.
Yeah, it was a good time. I had a blast.
Yeah, I couldn't do it that night.
Yeah, you weren't drinking, were you?
No. I got home, like, I was 20 minutes at home, I was probably asleep. Like, I was exhausted that weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's this heat.
We deserve it, though.
Well.
The heat, mostly it's the drinking.
Yeah, that too.
No!
Because I had already drank Friday and Saturday, and
couldn't make it a triple header.
I couldn't do it.
I drank for a while last night.
Yeah.
I think I cracked one open about 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then Lucas showed up about 6:45, and stayed out here till about 10. So
surprise, surprise.
What? Jesus. No, it was a bit of a low key week. For it's been hot though. This weather it's nice. I'll take this over below zero any day. Any day.
Yeah, it's been relatively hot, and yet somehow we've still gotten some rain at not unreasonable intervals.
Yeah. So after I brought that up about the whole fucking, what was it, the gooch grease. Is there any other type of like weird names for certain types of ailment. Not, I don't know if you call it an ailment, but you know, I mean, you got Famunda cheese. Everybody knows what that is.
I mean, there's Santorum.
What's that?
Isn't that like the mixture? They called it this because of Senator Rick Santorum. So like they started calling it. It's like the mixture of semen and like what's inside the dude's butt after gay anal sex. And
why is that named after him?
Because he was rabidly like anti-homosexual, and so they popularized it so that anytime that you would look up the name Santorum, you'd actually get the definition before you found Rick Santorum.
Really?
Yeah.
That is horribly gross, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
It is
funny.
And if you look at the guy is just a fucking sleaze bag. Like he just
nothing special.
So it's fitting for him.
He won a state when he was running. Was it Iowa?
New York.
He might have won Iowa.
I think it was like that's the first one that usually goes, and that was the one he won.
So, I mean, you got the yeast infection, or you got your bacon bread, whatever, down in your nether regions. But then you got the classics. You got swass, sweaty ass. You got
swunt,
swalls.
Yeah. Swagina.
Swissy.
Yep,
Swissy. Yeah, you got swoobies.
Swoobies.
Yeah. Sweaty boobies.
Swick.
Sweenus.
Swirethra.
This should be the whole episode. What else we got?
I mean, Swecker.
What's that?
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, everybody comes up. Some of the shit that these people that actually think of this stuff, holy fuck, I'm not going to call them a genius. I'm going to say that whatever you got too much fucking time on your hands.
I always think it's fascinating, just any words in general, like penis. It's the perfect word for it.
It really is, yeah.
Like, all the words, they did a good job coming up with.
Ask ChatGPT who came up with the word penis. We need to know. These are things we need to find out.
And it's not just that, it's just, who came up with the word penis. Oh boy.
Here we go. And it takes a minute for it to think, and then it'll scans the whole fucking internet or whatever and finds out.
It's not doing anything.
No, it will. It will.
Oh, here we go. According to the sources I found, the word penis comes from the Latin word penis, which means tail or penis.
You say tail?
It's a front tail.
It's the front tail. It is related to the Proto-Indo-European root pes, which also means penis. The word was first recorded in English in the late 17th century, and replaced the native words pintle and tarse.
They must not have wanted me to be a show human, because they docked my penis when I was born.
Yeah.
Docked it bad.
Yep.
That'll happen.
Now it's just a little nub wavers back and forth.
Yeah, I'm hung like a Tic Tac, and
knuckle.
they knuckle. I mean, why? You know what they call the skin on your elbow, right? That's actually called a weenus.
Okay.
So, the skin on your elbow is a weenus, and then your fucking penis is. I mean, how? There's so much difference between the two. It's unfucking believable, but
yeah,
I don't understand that. Who came up with that?
Yeah. Somebody had to sit down and like, hey, we need to come up with names for all these things.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they did a good job. I think. I
did too. I think they did a great job. One thing I was going to bring up today is that they did. I have noticed an absolutely a spike in back to the GOAT conversation about basketball.
Oh, God.
I mean, and it's and it all kind of stems from fucking Scottie Pippen and what he said last week about Jordan, and now they're bringing up, like this one guy brought up a bunch of shit about these, how LeBron scored more points, and Jordan never was really in that conversation. Okay, get it. Also been in the league fucking 6 years longer than Jordan. Mm-hmm. Another thing was they said, well, Jordan didn't win until they drafted people for him. Okay, get it.
I mean, that's everybody. It's a team game,
right? But he did make it to the finals before. Made it the postseason before he got Pippen and Kerr and fucking crazy bastard
Dennis.
Yeah, so he did do that stuff. But then you got people are like, oh well, LeBron, and I'm like, okay, well he went from Cleveland, went to the Heat where they fucking stacked him, went back to Cleveland, and then went to Miami. Yeah. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, the guy's a great player, top 3 of all time.
He's number 2.
Top 3 of all time.
He's number 2. I don't think there's anybody.
Top 3.
I don't think there's anybody else in the conversation for number 2.
Sick of the argument.
Right. Oh yeah.
And it's the media's fault. Like this Nuggets Heat series, they got like really low ratings.
Oh really?
Very bad ratings. It's because they're smaller markets, but it's also because all the media talks about is the Lakers and LeBron and the big fucking markets.
That is true.
These fucking
or Curry.
Or Curry.
Yeah.
Durant and just the stars. It's so star focused.
Yeah. But I mean,
NFL is not that way.
I mean, you do have Jimmy Butler, mm-hmm. Michael's son, or Lucas's son, mm-hmm. Jimmy Dreska, and I don't know. I just think that the conversation is over with. I mean, even right now, if LeBron stayed in the league for another fucking 5 years and finally won, say, 7 championships, I still don't think you could call him the GOAT then. Because at that point, he'd been in the league for fucking
It would depend on his role in those championships. If he was still like the main guy, though, then I think you'd have to.
7 more, or if you want.
But being in the league for fucking like 11, 12 more years than the guy, no.
No, I still think. I think even that was,
absolutely.
If he was like being the main guy, like into his 40s, that's the whole reason Tom Brady is the GOAT, is because he just kept doing it at a high level for so long. And
well, he only won. What did he win his last championship when he was 42? I believe.
He was probably like 43 or 44.
Oh,
Brady?
Yeah. 43 maybe. But still, I mean, like.
That's what I don't think if you push it out that far that you can. He would still definitely be top 3, but I don't think you could call him the GOAT. No, you can't. Why?
You would have to.
Why? He basically played 3 careers at that point. That many years.
That's part of his greatness, though, is to be able to do it for so long.
Jordan did it because he didn't want to anymore. He didn't have to. He didn't need to.
In order to cement himself as the all-time, then in this scenario, he would have needed to. That's his own fault.
But he doesn't. He didn't need to. That's the thing.
At the time, no.
No, you got fucking dingle nuts over in L.A. who's contemplating. He's pulling an Aaron Rodgers, contemplating retirement.
They all say this stuff. No,
he wants to play with his son.
Yeah, but he actually fucking in an interview last week. He says, "If I don't play with him, I don't play with him."
Yeah.
So
he did kind of show his age a little bit this last series.
Yeah,
a little bit. Just got really tired running.
Yeah,
his clutch percentage totally went down.
Yeah, his clutch percentage.
You see that shit that went on with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Shannon's leaving now.
Yep.
They bought his contract out, I guess.
He wanted to leave. Didn't really say why.
It was
because of Skip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's because Skip doesn't want to give up any control of the show at all. And Shannon wanted to have some of the control over like day to day, but Skip has 100% control over that show.
Yeah, and honestly, he kind of does make that show.
It's not even that though. He will not give his opinion is gospel.
Yeah.
When he says it, he says it. Kind of like Stephen A. Smith. Yeah. That fucking douchebag. I can't stand him.
They're both guys that are kind of Stephen A. not as much anymore as he was, but he's still like this a little bit in that like the Jim Rome type guy. Like where I know everything. Yeah. I'm the smartest guy in the room. And I'm gonna say controversial stuff just to say controversial stuff. That's
what the show is.
Yeah, that's Skip Bayless's whole role in the show.
And then you push it a little too much. Push it a little too much this last year. He almost.
I thought it was funny though. After the news came down, I think it was like in a post game. Might have been after game one of the Nuggets Heat game. Charles Barkley said he's like. Yeah, so I've heard that if you work with an idiot, they'll just buy your contract out.
Oh, really?
Barkley hates
Skip Bayless.
Well, I mean,
most normal people do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like listening to him and fucking Joe Buck. I hated
Joe Buck. I used to hate him. He's kind of chilled out a little bit, but.
Well, I think it's because fucking. I think Aikman fucking was gonna cut bait. I think.
No, they like each other. Aikman and
but just because you like each other doesn't mean you can fucking work together.
Yeah. Well, they went from Fox to ESPN together.
Bayless is gonna. What are they gonna do? Are they gonna just keep the?
They're gonna. Yeah, they'll fill it with somebody else. Somebody else that wants to get shit on for money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think they just need to get somebody in there that will tell them, okay. The best part about it was when I watched it, Shannon Sharp would be, Skip. Did you play Skip? Did you play my position when I'm playing?
Yeah, that's the biggest comeback against Skip. You didn't play.
Yeah,
which is kind of
it's true. Yeah, so don't tell me that's what they do, Skip, because I was there. And Skip was just like, shut it, just stop. You're making yourself look silly here. The situation is, shut the fuck up.
I've never liked Skip Bayless. I hope the show fails.
It doesn't.
I don't like Shannon Sharp because he was a Bronco.
I don't like. I used to watch Colin Cowherd a lot too.
Yeah,
he's kind of.
I know
funny.
the name, but I don't.
He's got his own.
He does a lot of. He was on SportsCenter a lot too for a while.
He used to be. Yep. But it's all those guys, all those sports media guys. They're just
cocky. And didn't Jim Rome? If I remember right, Jim Rome started off as a podcaster.
I think he was on ESPN for a while.
But yeah, he was. But what I'm saying is he started off, like his career started off as a podcaster.
Might have.
A sports podcaster. And then his show was starting to get big. And he got picked up for like a week, not a weekly, but like he was a guest host once in a while. Then they brought him in.
There's a famous clip with him and David Stern, the old commissioner of the NBA. Wow. They were arguing about something. Rome was kind of pushing his buttons, and Stern came back. He's like, "Do you still beat your wife?"
What?
Which, I love it.
Yeah,
because that's his whole thing. Is he tries he'll get personal. There's one of the main Jim Rome clips is when he was he's like a professional. I don't remember what sport it was. His name was like Chris Evert or something.
Yeah, he was.
And he kept calling him Chrissy or whatever, and the guy's like, I bet that's the last time you called me Chrissy.
Yeah, and then he punched him.
Yeah, and he's like, you think so, Chrissy? And then he literally jumped over the table and was gonna
fucking
trick. Yeah, I remember that. It's on YouTube. You can see it. It's fucking funny because
he still has a job. I think he's at CBS Sports now, Jim Rome.
I wouldn't doubt it. That fucking guy just.
But those guys, they get money, they make ratings just because they say outlandish shit.
Well,
yeah, it's sad that that's what entertainment comes down to is just be a dick, and people will watch
Basically,
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh.
We're missing something then on our show.
A dick? No, I think we got.
No, we got. There's three of them.
No.
I mean, they're not huge by any means.
Yeah, we're missing the counter dick.
Yeah.
Counter dick.
We need the pussy. We need the Shannon Sharp.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need that Swiss.
On a
Shannon,
day
get
like
your
today.
get your Swissy in here, and
Yeah, so you get these guys, like you said, I mean, they're assholes and they get paid, but that's one thing. That's why I do not like Steven Smith. That is why I can't fucking stand him.
And he
I
can-
do kind of like how he does bash on LeBron, but
Yeah.
but
Not really.
I like how he
on-
shits on the Cowboys.
but here's
Yeah, he does.
oh, he does.
Because he's a New York fan, so he fucking hates the Cowboys.
But you know, the guy. Here's one thing: is if you're going to be a commentator, I get it. You have your favorites, and you have your football team, your baseball team, basketball, hockey, fucking all this shit. You have, but as some sort of like on-air personality or journalist, whatever you call, there you should have some sort of fucking what do you want to call it? Where
Just a guy who knows their X's and O's.
well, not just that, but you should have some sort of fucking just okay. I get it. You like this team, cool. Bash him a little bit, but don't be like Stephen A. Smith, where he puts out fucking TikToks laughing when fucking Dak Prescott threw his 6 fucking interception in 3 games.
I
You know,
like that.
but you know what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Part of
granted,
that is because a lot of people hate the Cowboys.
Yeah.
You either love or hate the Cowboys. So
See, like the kind of what I don't like about Skip and Stephen A. is that their personality style tries to make it about themselves. Like people are tuning in to watch me.
yep.
Where look at somebody really good like Chris Berman. Like
Right.
he had his own like personality stuff. They could go all the way.
right?
But you didn't tune in to watch that. You tuned in to be like, one, yes, he's entertaining, but it's not like he's not the focal point. He just
Yep.
he just he knows sports. He's good at calling,
Yep.
calling plays and shit, and
Yep. No, he's a legend.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think the best like debate show there was. You guys ever watch PTI?
Yep, I love
That's
that
the best
show.
one. I think
Yeah.
that's what launched people like Skip.
I love
too.
PTI.
Yeah.
I used to watch it a lot.
He
at,
did used to be on there, didn't he? I think he was one of the guests at one point.
Skip?
Yeah, I might be
No, that was just.
I might be
Kornheiser
confusing
and,
him.
There was another call Around the Horn. They had
Around the Horn.
Oh
actually
yeah,
pretty
Around the
good,
Horn
yeah.
is the one I was
Probably
thinking
is.
of. But yeah, I like PTI a lot too.
PTI.
I used to watch it a lot when I was opening up the when I worked at the Northern, the basement bar. I'd turn that on all the time because it was just
Yep.
fucking
Yeah.
funny.
And that was
they're
Michael
actually
Wilbon.
intelligent. Michael Wilbon
And Tony Kornheiser, yeah.
Yeah,
And it did so well that Kornheiser, look, let's put him on Monday Night Football, and that didn't go well.
Yeah, that's a totally different skill
It
set.
is. It is. And they also tried to put Dennis Miller on Monday Night
Oh
Football.
Yeah.
God, that was bad.
he loves football. I give him that, but fucking just
That was a disaster.
yeah.
They're
very
gonna
much so.
line up in the shotgun bed.
Did he actually? say
No,
that?
I don't think he did, but
Man.
he was not good.
You'll never see that again. Where
What was it? What they do? 2 years with him, and his fucking
I think it
ratings
was
were
just
just
one.
horrible, and just fucking said, "You got to go."
I think it was just 1 year, honestly.
You know who's that fucking Oswald Patton
Patton Oswalt.
or Patton
yeah.
Oswald? He's big into sports too, and like apparently he's in like a ton of fantasy sports teams. He does a lot of fantasy.
He does a
sports.
lot of that kind of
He's
stuff.
a huge Star Wars nerd too.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
He did a whole thing. He had a cameo on Parks and Rec where they were doing like a town hall type thing where people come and ask them questions, and Patton Oswalt, he did like a whole 5-minute unscripted improvisation thing about Star Wars, and somehow like I don't know how it even
How it's
related
better
to the
than Star
parks,
Trek?
but no, he knows that that's not true. But,
Oh, he doesn't.
but yeah, and it just is in the show now because nobody knew what he was gonna do, and he just he killed it.
You know, there's so many like, and you. Sometimes you kind of forget like celebrities, like movie stars and musicians, that a lot of them are big sports fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue, he's a big Seattle Seahawks fan. You know,
Is he from Seattle?
Pathetic.
no, I don't believe he's actually from there, but he lived there for a while, I believe, with his mom. But yeah, there's a lot of celebrities out there. You're just like, holy shit, I didn't.
And there's celebrities like fucking Snoop Dogg that just has like 17 different favorite teams. He's a Steelers fan. He's a Raiders fan.
He's a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
He's who's ever good at the time. That's who he's a fan of. Him and fucking Drake he's the
fucking yes, Drake is. But that guy, I think a lot of the problem with Drake is that his gambling problem he has. He lost like $100,000 on something here last year.
Yeah, he's a wannabe sports gambling professional.
He wants to be you.
Exactly.
He's also
that's right.
He's also like a piece of shit as a human.
I don't care for the guy.
I just saw a video maybe 2 months ago of somebody. There's a guy that was working in a restaurant or as a club or something, and I think he told like Drake and his crew something about like, hey, you can't be here, you gotta go, to whatever other part of they were in an area they weren't supposed to be in. And so they left and they like waited out back until the guy went out to like have a cigarette or something.
I heard about
and then he
this.
sent his guys in to beat the shit out of the guy.
God.
And he's on the video too.
Wow.
Like he shows up there. It's like he's just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
So I watched.
And he's a raper.
What fucking show was it? It's a King of Collectibles. It's a mini series on Netflix, and this guy owns a auction house, and he wants like anything that's extremely collectible. He wants to be able to sell. One of them was that 3 Logo Man basketball card of LeBron's, which apparently there was only one of them made. And when I mean 3 Logo Man, it's the 3 logo, the Michael Jordan logos from their jerseys. Well, they got one from each one of his jerseys, or each one of his team jerseys, and they put it on a card, and it was a LeBron, and it's worth a lot of fucking money. And they actually had Drake on there, where he went and bought a couple of boxes of these special cards. They were like $10,000 a pop. And they opened them, and he didn't get one. And it ended up being three guys from where the fuck was it at? Canada, that actually opened the damn thing.
Yeah.
And this was the same guy who found out, like, Jake Paul bought you remember when
The Pokemon?
Yeah, and found out it was fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
He bought like a Pokemon card for like $1 million or something, and then it turned out it was fake.
Oh my god.
So this guy that owns this auction house was the one who helped them find out if it was real or not. But then he went and opened up, like, so Jake Paul, or Logan, it's Logan Paul.
Yeah, he's
really big into Pokemon, and so he has a bunch of these unopened boxes because there's some cards in it that are worth a lot of fucking money. And he opened up, like, they each opened up one of their own, and then Jake actually went and got 2 of his other ones from his house and opened them up. He did pull one card that's worth like $50,000, and but they were looking for the special one that's worth like $3 million, I guess. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, holy fuck, for a fucking trading card.
Oh yeah. That reminds me when I was a kid, like in elementary school, I was always playing basketball with one of the other kids there. Yeah. And said like, yeah, my uncle went to this Chicago Bulls Timberwolves game and got autographs from Michael Jordan, and he had 2 cards. And it had a signature of Michael Jordan, but it was totally fucking fake.
Was it?
Yeah. So yeah, you can have one. Like, oh,
wow,
thanks for a signed Michael Jordan card.
Thanks.
But yeah, it was just, who the fuck does that?
Scottie Pippen. Oh.
Well, he couldn't. He was too busy carrying Michael on his back.
Yeah, right.
He was out signing autographs, and Scotty was carrying the team.
Yep.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
So we got about 2 months until preseason, and then another month until.
What the hell's going on with Garoppolo?
Oh, dude, that thing. So he had foot surgery, and that's why he didn't pass his physical. But they don't know if he's going to be able to pass his physical by the time preseason or regular season starts because of it.
How do the Raiders not look into this before signing him?
Well, that's the thing, fuck, they knew the guy was made of glass anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but they did put into his contract that if you if you can't make it, you're done. But they really don't have anybody else. They got Brian Hoyer, and then that rookie that we picked up from in the 5th round in the draft. But
Carson Wentz is out there.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'll sign.
Lucas is available.
I'm cheap. I'll take league minimum.
League min?
Yep.
It's like $750,000.
I'll make do. You know, as
your boss is like, we'll match that.
I'm a team guy. Oh my god.
Well, then what would you do? You'd have to play.
I'd have to play. I would have to play.
Do it, yeah.
Like,
There's a bidding war for
former NFL player Lucas Jureska.
Yeah.
But you're a Raider?
Fuck, I'll play for anybody.
Yeah, I would too.
Go play for the Browns. They might actually have a chance this year. Deshaun can actually play.
They've been getting better.
I don't know. There's still too much turmoil there with the whole Watson thing.
Well, that was in Texas. He left that alone. And he got $250 or $60 million guaranteed, so he's fine.
Yeah, financially he's fine.
I think he has to have like a chaperone everywhere he goes as part of his contract.
Yeah, but it's got to be a hot
masseuse. If he has received a massage since this incident.
Yeah, but that's the thing. His chaperone's a hot masseuse.
Yeah.
I was thinking
anybody gonna jerk him off and get money, it's gonna be me.
I figured it would just be like an attorney that every time he wants to say something to somebody, he has to lean to the attorney.
Yeah.
Can I say?
Okay, I'm good.
You can say that.
It'd be like Jarvis and fucking Iron Man's ear, you know. So, can I say that? Yes, but what about if I say this? No, okay.
Yeah, that reminds me, we talked about the Jared Subway documentary.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's fucking disturbing, man. I had to turn it off because they have video recordings or audio recordings.
Really?
Of his phone calls with this chick saying what he wants to do, and it's fucking bad. Very, very bad.
Well, you know, when you're sitting there and you're fucking around, you fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna get his own 12-inch in fucking prison.
I'm gonna go on record right now and just unpopular opinion, but I think being a pedophile is wrong.
Unpopular.
I thought you were going to say something.
It's wrong, and you shouldn't do it. So,
wow, hot take.
Yep. So
But it's okay if Tom Brady makes out with it.
No, that's wrong too. That's very wrong. I just watched.
But it's his son. Get it?
I just watched a Family Guy where Peter was asking if. I don't remember if it was Stewie or Chris if they wanted a Tom Brady kiss.
Yeah, I saw that.
I want to give you a Tom Brady kiss. Do you want a Tom Brady kiss?
Oh, God. That was so weird.
No, thank you. Well,
Did you watch that video?
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
He does kiss him on. He's like, that was just a peck.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You're holding the back of his head.
Tonguing him and...
You know?
I think gross.
He didn't say I want some tongue, but...
No, he did. It was a gross fucking situation.
Yeah, I'll say.
Anyway, gentlemen, we are sitting at about that time. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be back in a few. How about that?
I gotta pee.
How about that? Why did it go back?
Hi, I'm Justin. I'm here to tell you that I have led a very destructive life. I have AIDS. My wife left me with the kids. I jerk off to Tinkerbell porn, and I give head for drugs. I still do all those sweet things, but now listen to Us versus the World while doing them.
Hi, this is Dr. Dickie Hertz with Us versus the World Podcast and Rehab Center. When Justin came to us as a broken man, we showed him love, support, and golden tug jobs. And we can help you too. Us versus the World Rehab Center is here for all your podcast and addiction needs.
Thank you, Dr. Dickie Hertz, for everything you've done to me and for me.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
I'm also here today to tell you
$10,
about our exclusive offer.
What offer?
My friend Jason will give you 2 complimentary handies.
Every time that he says my friend
for the
Jason,
price of 1.
he says I'm tugging dick.
Now that's a deal you can't
I'm
beat.
not tugging any more dick.
Keep tugging.
Fuck you.
So I got a question here. Now, like back in the day, back in like the fucking say 10,000 years ago, how did they know to put it in the fucking vagina instead of the butthole to make kids?
That is kind of
It's more what's the word I'm looking for?
It has to
Appeasing
be-
put it in the.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I want to put it in that, not that.
yeah, but see, once you tell a guy you can't have it, that's when we want it.
True.
Yeah.
You shit out that hole.
Yeah,
Something's got to go back in it.
Making room for your penis and balls. Because you got to put the balls in.
Yeah, that's called
You just stuff them in there.
2 dogs in a tub. That's called.
2 dogs in a tub.
Yeah. But I mean, seriously,
It's a good question. Just in general, in nature,
we need to know.
how do
this.
they know?
Who was the first person? Well, Adam.
Like he knew.
Like he knew. Did they bang? Did the Bible say if they banged or not? Or
I
did
think
they
it's
just-
unclear. I think they gloss over it because even then, when they were writing it, they're like, "Oh, wait, this doesn't
they were
make
fucking?
sense." Like, but then who did the kids fuck?
Each other.
So we'll just skip over all of that and we'll go. Now
Yeah.
there's Abraham,
So there was.
and he's killing his son, or he's having his son kill his other son.
So okay. There's I don't know if you call it conspiracy or whatever, but apparently there was supposedly when there was Adam and Eve, before Eve there was somebody else, like God
Yeah, it was
created
Steve.
Adam and Eve, not Adam
It
and
actually
Steve.
was Adam and Steve. Yeah, that's what the religious people don't get.
But no, seriously, apparently there was another female that God created at the same time. Okay? And apparently, for some reason, they kind of kicked her to the curb. And then the ultimate sacrifice women, we pull out a rib. Adam gave up a rib, and bam, there's Eve. And then that bitch goes and fucking eats the apple. Or the forbidden fruit.
That had to be a great tasting apple.
There's 900 other things around there to eat, but you got to go to that. Even God apparently in the book said, "Don't eat from that fucking tree.
Yeah.
Don't eat it. Don't
Which-
you think about it."
This is another thing that I don't understand about religion and God is, okay, she ate the apple. Why are you punishing me for it? I didn't have
Right.
anything to do with it. It's like if my dad committed murder
And you get.
and they throw me in jail for it.
Well, yeah.
I didn't do it. It's bullshit.
guilt by association.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Shit happens. No, so that's a question I got. I mean, seriously, how did they know that? Hey, got a fucker in that hole, not that hole, or that other
You
hole.
know, you just know. You just know.
Oh, I don't know. Then why is it that Never mind. I was gonna
Maybe
get a little
else.
weird. I was gonna get a little. It was about to get a little weird there for a minute. So
Yeah, well, I'm sure they first tried the mouth, and they're like, "Well, I don't know about that." Then they tried like maybe your ear. And
she
they
couldn't
just tried
see.
all the holes. You know,
This one feels all right. This one feels pretty good.
it just
All
makes
right.
sense.
No, but did they have to? Was it like a shake of the dice to figure out which hole they're going to put it in to find out which one's going to be a kid? Or
Yeah, which one was?
Oh, did
first?
they-
I bet they tried the mouth first.
What about-
That's the one.
here's the thing.
They tried that just to shut her up.
How about this? What the fuck were those two thinking when she was pregnant? And then all of a sudden it starts to hurt, and fucking Adam looks down and like, what the fuck is wrong? Something's coming out of you.
Yeah,
Just imagine the whole lead up to it is Adam like
You're getting fucking fat.
You're getting fat.
Right.
Like, you're gonna need to cut down on apples.
yeah. In all seriousness, the first person to ever have a baby.
I think
That
we're
had to be a wild fucking experience.
We're gonna, I think we should see other people and.
What's going on with me? I'm getting bigger. Oh no, something's coming out of me.
What?
It's like that's the biggest shit I've ever seen. You just shit life.
Oh my god, it's making
I
noises.
mean, could you imagine at that time?
What do we do? What do we do with it?
Holy shit! How did you do that?
Do we eat it? Like,
Wait,
what?
no.
And then somehow, apparently, this is where the motherly instincts come in. Here's my kid. Drink. Eat from,
No.
So, I mean, how, like I said, shit could get weird there for a while, but then they were all banging each other for like 300 years.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Before they started, I mean, you gotta admit, that fucking family tree had to go up and fucking down for like 300.
I'm sure.
There was no branches.
A lot
or
of
nothing.
forehead space in that family.
Yeah.
Over the next
Yeah.
few generations.
Just to let you know, this is history that I've heard, that the very first cave drawing was actually on a forehead. Being like, don't fuck me, I'm your cousin.
After they had passed out from grog that night.
Yeah. Getting attacked by
I bet one of the very first things written was a dick pic. Like someone drew a dick. I guarantee.
Probably was.
Well, it was a guy, so chances are.
Yeah.
I mean,
First
he was like,
drawing.
One of the first drawings.
That's a dick.
It didn't. When they learned how to they could draw and stuff, it probably only took 3 or 4 days before someone's like, check this out.
That's a dick.
right? And then, later on that day, that dude is like, look at those really saggy boobs. I like them. Send me a picture of those. And then, they get drawn on somebody's forehead and they just send them over. Here you go.
It's the first porn.
Yep. First boob picture, first dick pic,
Yeah. It was Hugh Hefner's great grandfather.
Wow.
So did they have porn caves instead
Porn
of
caves.
porn theaters? Like people just go into a
Maybe.
cave that had
They
nothing
just look
but
at the drawings.
Yeah.
They got to flip the stones really fast and shit so it looked like they're moving.
They're all like stick figures too, with just like a point as the.
You ever seen that old movie Quest for Fire?
No.
It's about cavemen and shit. And there's not, if I remember right, there's literally no fucking talking. There's no fucking speech or game.
Okay.
But one thing I do remember about this fucking movie is that there's a bunch of them kind of sitting around a fucking fire, and there's like one woman and there's like 2 or 3 dudes, and this dude, one of the cavemen, just kind of got up, went over to the woman, hit her, turned her over, bent her over, and was getting ready to fucking throw it to her. But homie was like, no, that's my bitch, and he went and fucking, I believe, hit him like with a rock or some shit. Make sure she was okay, then he turned around and bent her over anyway.
Now I'm horned up.
Yep.
So,
Horned up. Some things never change, huh?
It's like, I saved your life. Well, didn't save her life, but I saved you from a rape. Now I'm gonna rape you.
Would have them been rapers?
They were rapers. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most cavemen were rapers.
How do you, so if you're a caveman, how would you, or you're a cave woman. I mean, how do you say, hey, he raped me?
It'd be a tough living there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I get it. And then you start getting around the times of Roman times where, 12 years later or whatever. I don't fucking know.
Something like that.
Yeah.
12 years.
1,200.
70,000 years.
I don't fucking know. So, but what was your topic was, Lucas?
Oh yeah, it was kind of to branch off of this was. So as you guys know, I've been partaking in getting really high lately. I should have been on this fad many years ago, but when I do, one of the things that I think about, I start thinking, or I'll see something on a TV show from, it'll show a scene of 1970s or something, and just instantly I'm like, man, how cool would it have been to just live a normal life at that time? Mm-hmm. Where I, grow up in fucking New York City or something. Just a completely different life than I have now. Not it isn't like that I would want to trade my life for that. It's just like I would like to have been able to experience that, you know?
Right.
Or even, you know, the 60s and...
See, that's kind of like the same for me. I mean, I would really have liked to live during the, been like 16 around 78.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and in California, in LA, to experience the fucking music that I love, the 80s hair metal, you know, and experience that fucking lifestyle. And, you know, there was a lot of just, hey man, we're gonna do whatever the fuck we want because we just don't.
It was kind of no holds barred back then.
Yeah,
but they also had wars.
That's the one thing that I think about when I'm.
See, I would have been 16. I couldn't.
We don't really have a war in our generation. Oh, we do, but
we've had the few.
It's not like we're not getting drafted.
Yeah, they're not going to institute the draft. But that is one caveat that I had when I was thinking about this the other night. It was like, yeah, as long as I knew that I wasn't going to get drafted into Vietnam or something.
You'd have been in Canada.
But it would have been cool to live, you know, in that time. Like, I wonder what kind of person I would have been, because I clearly would have been a different person without, you know, video games and shit for me to latch on to. Yeah,
I think. So what years were you talking? Like the 60s, maybe 70s?
Yeah, or even like the 50s. I mean, just every decade kind of has something.
I think like, you would have played a lot of fucking pinball.
Oh yeah, probably. But that was also super cool then too.
Then, yeah. But you also been a bit of a nerd.
At the same time, though, is, you know, in those eras, you had to be much more of like what today would be considered like a traditionally masculine person. Like, you had to know how to
resourceful.
Yeah, how to work with your hands, how to fix shit around the house, how to fix your car.
That's a problem.
You know. Yeah, and so I'm wondering, like, would I have been like that?
You would have adapted.
Yeah, would I have been like that?
Back then, you would have had to.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back in the day, like, for me, back in the day, it was 80s, 90s, and whatever, and, you know, replacing motors and transmissions in vehicles with my dad. You know, watching my dad do this, and if there was something that he didn't know what to do, and he kind of looked at it, see if he could figure it out, but he wasn't the type of guy who was like, oh, I'll fucking fix it. You know, wasn't Red Foreman. My dad just be like, all right, this is a little out of my league. I'll call somebody up. Or chances are he knew somebody. And just like back then, you probably would have too. Say your fucking water heater went out. Chances are you knew somebody come in and replace the fucking thing.
That's just like years from now, your great-great-grandkids be like, how did my great-great-grandfather start a podcast in his garage? I wouldn't know even where to start with that.
At that point, they'll be born with one. Like,
yeah, they'll be walking around with microphones and
with a computer,
microphones and shit fucking implanted in their head.
What's a microphone?
What is this?
Fireball? Jesus!
But
those guys were crazy.
But Fireball would have actually been on in that back, you know, that far ahead. Fireball will be on, like, you just go up to a fucking gas station, just get it in your soda cup.
Something, you snap your finger and it's there.
Yeah.
But the life expectancy was way.
That's another, like, the further back you go, the lower the life expectancy.
Yeah.
Well, and the cost of living too. I mean, look at back in like the 40s and 50s. There was, you know, you could you'd buy a house and you buy a car, and you were able to put your kids through college at some point, and everything was fine, and you were, and that was all made off of, like, say, $12,000 a year, if that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
A house back then was like in the 40s, 50s, fucking like $7,000.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Even in the 90s, when my parents bought their house in Detroit Lakes, I think they spent like $70,000 on it or something.
That had been expensive then, because actually in the early 90s, with my mom and dad bought their house back home, was $11,000, and it was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath with a detached garage, a 2-stall garage and everything. Mm-hmm. But there's also Williston, you know.
Yeah.
So.
This was technically, it was a duplex that they bought, so it was technically like 2 houses in one.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably was kind of on the on the spendier side, but I think back and it's like, okay, a $70,000 house, and at the time my parents were probably making combined
Right.
$110,000 a year.
Which was
So it's
good
like,
back then,
yeah.
you know?
That's more than I make, and their house, my house, is 3 times as expensive as that one
Yeah.
was.
Now, but you know, then you had trust fund. I mean, that guy had fucking houses and shit all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, your
Boats.
Barbie dream house was a house, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was an
it
actual
literally
house.
was. Yeah. Just my side house.
You
And
you
your-
had a side house?
Oh yeah.
Your Barbie dolls were full-on sex dolls.
I just
It's weird that the Ken was so much more used than the...
Yeah, that
Oh,
Ken looked
that's-
like
Ken looked ragged.
it looked like it needed a trip to the fucking hospital clinic or something.
Yeah, well,
Black eye.
Ken has seen
That-
some shit.
I've had to take him into for repair quite a bit. That's for sure.
Like, I didn't even know that inanimate objects could
Ooh,
get AIDS.
New idea.
All right, here we go.
Sex doll repair shop.
I don't know if I want to be involved in that shit.
No?
Yeah, see-
I mean, these things got to tear. Or
You remember
break.
when we were going to start the brothel for the real dolls?
Right.
That we were going
We
to
need
turn
to have
around and change. We were going to hire a crackhead to fucking take care of cleaning up the fuck dolls and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, that's gonna be a thing.
Well, you can start that all you want, dude.
Somebody's gonna need to fix these things.
Not me. That ain't going to be me.
You know, they're gonna fall in love with these dolls, and they're gonna
That's
break
happened.
down. They're
Oh,
like,
yep.
she's not working. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. Can you save her? Can you save her? We'll do everything we can, there, boss.
First of all, sir, did you replace batteries?
Yes.
Okay, you replace batteries. Go ahead and do a hard reset.
Yeah. Plug it back in.
Did you kind of wash the batteries? Did you roll the batteries a little bit, maybe? You know.
Did you blow into the screen?
Did you blow into the screen?
Did you clear the cum from her airways?
What?
This thing's got a lot of cum. You need to change out those filters.
You're supposed
man.
to.
The cum filters.
To wash them out.
Watch
Did you not
every
know
6
that?
months.
Is that what that stink
Oh, it's just like my furnace. Just like my AC.
is? Is that why she's growing a mustache? Sir, that's not a mustache. That's mold.
Oh, gross.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll know for next time.
You know, what is wrong with her feet?
Yeah.
Girls, I don't even want to go that one either. You know, that's another thing you got to ask ChatGPT. Who created the very first sex doll?
Okay.
We need to know this. If we're going, if we're starting our business and all, we need to know who we're going to make proud.
You want to take a guess on when it was first created?
1836.
I have no guess.
That's a good guess.
What was it?
Sorry, that's on me. I can't give a response to that right now. What else can I help you with?
Wow. Come on, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay, well then Google it. ChatGPT is gonna be a bitch. Oh, that's because I do need to change the whatever. But yeah, we need to know.
Who created the first sex doll? Doll.
We don't want to be, copywriting or stepping on any toes here.
Doesn't really give you a straight up answer.
Hmm.
Did Hitler invent the inflatable sex doll?
I bet he did.
There is a link that says that.
Hitler might.
Probably
I mean,
was.
think about it. Being like, hey, let's
Some of the
create
first
these
sex
plastic
dolls
women's.
were created by the French and Spanish sailors in the 16th century,
Damn.
who would be isolated during long voyages. These masturbatory dolls, I can't even say that.
Masturbatory.
Masturbatory dolls were often made of sewn cloth or old clothes and were a direct predecessor to today's sex dolls. There you go.
Wow.
Makes sense. Out to sea, I need my
Yeah.
doll.
Grab my gruel and my girl.
Arr.
Or it hurts when I pee.
Arr.
It's just so much work to go through to make something when you have a hand. Like,
Hey,
I know.
listen.
It's so much
Sometimes
better, man. You have no idea.
I'm
You
gonna
try.
guess that these cloth dolls that they made were probably not better than a
It
hand.
couldn't have been that great. Not like we have.
I wonder what they were filled with.
I don't know.
Straw?
Dirt.
So every once in a while, yeah. Oh, gross. It's getting rather muddy in here.
Yeah.
So what about, okay, so honestly, you know, I wouldn't mind living in like the Old West. But I'm Indian, so I'd have died. So, you know. I'm also white, so.
It would have sucked, but just to experience the Oregon Trail, if I could have just like sit there and observe without.
You're going to end up like the Donner Party.
It would be interesting just to see that, but I mean, I wouldn't want to take part in it.
I did read something that was actually rather interesting about that Donner Party incident. Apparently, while they were stuck in that pass over that winter, and there was a Native American tribe that was close by, had seen them, and the first time they went there, they to try to help them, try to bring them food and shit, the Donner Party started shooting at them. Because, we're Indians, they're gonna fucking rape and pillage us, and blah, blah, blah. Really? You're just fucking sitting there with your fucking canine deep into somebody's butt. But you're worried about getting shot by these guys over here. No. And so what had happened was apparently a couple of times when they'd get a little bit closer, they were leaving rabbits and birds and shit like that so that they won't eat them, and they wouldn't eat them. And then one time they actually brought like a fucking deer. They went and shot a deer and brought it up to them so that they wouldn't starve. And they were like, fuck you, you know, I'm dining on liver over here. Apparently it was documented somehow by the Native Americans who were trying to help them out. So, Donner Party, you guys are dumb.
Familiar with all that, or that whole story.
They were moving their ship west to California to mine for gold, and I think it was the Rockies, or was it the? I think
it probably
was.
Yeah.
They were trying to, and they were behind, so they were on their way over the mountains. They were behind so many, like a couple of weeks or whatever, and they got stuck, and they couldn't go any further. So, and they didn't have enough food or anything to last while they were there. And
I mean, the major problem was that they always took these fucking shitty ass trails, and it's like, get on the fucking interstate, you idiot.
Right there.
Bro, take it.
I-90.
Yeah.
Grab a plane,
paved.
a bus.
Yeah.
It's paved the whole way. What are you doing? Fording a river? No, there's bridges. Go on the bridge, idiot.
Yeah. Right. They didn't know what they were doing.
Stupid cannibals. What about say like the medieval times?
I think they're. Again, this is all like, as long as I don't have to be in a war or whatever.
There's wars all through history.
No, but as long as I don't have to be in it. Like, I don't want to be drafted into any military thing.
Yeah.
But like, if I knew that that wasn't going to be the case,
give it a shot.
Yeah, it would be an interesting life. Just such a different life. But I wonder, what would have happened.
Be a blacksmith.
He'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I would be, but
I mean,
that was hundreds of years ago. So
what I'm saying is that a lot of times you didn't have a choice. You could have sat there and thought, oh fuck, I'm at the ripe old age of 29.
Yeah.
I've had a good life.
Now's my time.
And now's my time. And then all of a sudden, here comes fucking King Dingaling. And he's like, listen, dude, you're about to die anyway. So we're going to just throw some fucking chainmail on you, give you a sword, and we're going to fucking war. What are you going to do? Hurry up and fucking
jump off a cliff. Look, I'm 29 years old at that point. I've got great grandkids. My legacy is passed on.
Right.
Okay?
You think suicide happened a lot back then?
I bet not as well.
You don't really hear about it.
I mean,
That's a really good question, though.
You don't really hear about people offing themselves.
I mean, were you there?
No.
Okay, well,
yeah, I was.
It's not like they were taking fucking it wasn't TikTok back then, dude.
There wasn't?
You heard the story. You hear the saying now. If there's no video, it doesn't count. It didn't happen.
I mean, I guess it's harder to kill yourself back then.
Yeah, well,
True, yeah.
I mean, you can't just fucking...
You pretty much
shoot
got to
yourself.
find a high cliff or...
You jump or you stab yourself with an arrow.
Which, maybe you drown yourself, but God.
I don't see. No,
I don't know how...
because I think if you drown yourself, I think it's bullshit because your body actually goes into save mode, like save yourself. Your body wants to like not die. So when you're sitting there and you're like, "Fuck, this sucks," your body's like, "This really sucks," and it would take so much. What do you want to call it? So much self. Fuck, I don't know what to call it, but you just don't want to fucking. You're not gonna just sit there and not move.
Fight.
Yeah. When I think about, like, for someone to drown themselves, they would have to be out deep enough to where they're far enough away where as soon as you take that,
So
you
they must,
inhale that water, like, there's nothing. At that point, no matter
you have
how
no
much you
choice.
struggle.
they must have swam then, because if you got a boat right next to you while you're doing it, you're just gonna start going.
Like,
for the
oh,
boat.
maybe I'll go back up.
Yeah, this sucks. This isn't fun anymore. Yeah.
Did you guys see this story about... I think it was a kid from the U.S. He was 18. They were on... It's not like a full, like, cruise ship. Not big like that. But it's a big, like, yacht-style nighttime cruise thing. It goes... I don't know where it goes. But it's not a long... It's like a one-evening thing or whatever.
Probably one of my yachts.
And this...
Probably your yacht.
This fucking idiot thought it would be funny for him to jump off the boat into the water.
And he couldn't get back to the boat.
As a joke.
Yep, and of course they didn't find him. It was night.
Of course not.
It was night. These boats are big. It's fucking hard as
Just
shit to stop them. And
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump off.
You guys dare me? You dare me?
Yeah.
the
Don't
other,
do it, man. I'm gonna do it.
I
Shit,
just thought,
he did. Oh fuck! where'd
there's
it go?
video of him jumping off. Yeah, you can see him, and then now you can't see him, and nobody
Now he's
ever
dead.
saw him again.
What about like on these actual cruise ships where people fell overboard?
Yeah.
I wonder if there was actual falling overboard or if they fell overboard with air quotes.
Yeah.
It's a scary statistic, but basically, if you fall off a cruise ship
You're
or
fucked.
go overboard,
You're
yeah,
done.
You're done. Yeah, they're not gonna.
Yeah,
Find you.
it's like 1 in like a fucking 100 million that they're
It's-
gonna find you.
Ocean's just too big, and the
For them
really
to stop and then turn
See?
back.
Yep. And by the time you get to the captain, you're how many
Yeah.
miles away are you already?
Yeah.
Like so me and Lucas were talking earlier and I was talking about like, you know, if I ever made a ton of money and me and the wife was able to retire and shit, and if she wanted to travel the country or travel the world, that's fine, but if we're going over like the ocean, they're gonna have to BA Baracus my ass because
You don't do the ocean.
nope, not at all. Not
See, I don't
at
have a
all.
problem flying over it because if the plane crashes, I'm dead anyway.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Hey,
Water landings,
Castaway, that was a real movie. That was based on real life.
It's not that it can't happen, but water landings, when you come in at those speeds, it's still.
Look at what's his name that
Generally
landed in Chicago. Was it Chicago?
Are you talking Sully? That's
Yeah.
New York.
Oh, was it New?
But see,
That
they
one-
weren't.
they didn't
They
crash.
weren't up to full speed yet. Like when you're coming from 400 miles an hour and then falling
Yeah, and
out of
they
the
like-
sky,
they
hit the
had a
emergency
safe
brake.
landing.
Hit the emergency brake.
just like in the cartoons,
Yeah.
stops right before it hits the ground.
Well, see, I
Air
mean,
brakes.
but these guys are taught to learn how to fucking land in water.
Yeah, but there's only so much you can do when certain things go wrong, and like if you don't have the power to.
Yeah.
So maybe if I,
Not
you know,
easy.
can you imagine if there was that one guy when, you know, Sully was bringing the thing in, and that one guy was like, I'm not going to live, we're all going to die, and I'm just going to jump out right now. And then on his way down, he sees the plane leave,
Like,
land
landing-
perfect. And
landing
he's like,
safe.
oh, son of a bitch. Can you imagine being that guy?
Oh, that guy.
He goes to heaven and there's fucking St. Peter at the fucking gates and he was like, you dumb fuck, you know.
You had Sully as your pilot.
Right.
You land that fucker.
Right. Okay, now we're getting closer to like, you know how much we love talking about biblical times.
Mm-hmm.
What about then? What if you lived during like, when you were sitting in the fucking, you know, the town square with your homies drinking some mead, and you start hearing about this guy who's like, you know, does miracles and shit. Do you think that you'd go look for him?
Well, yeah.
If he was
what
like
else are you gonna do?
nearby, yeah.
Well,
I'm not gonna like walk across thousands of miles.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, yeah.
Unless you were like blind or something, and he was gonna kill
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying is like, no, the motherfucker isn't like a block away. You know, I'm talking like he's maybe 20 miles away.
Yeah.
that's a
block
two.
20.
Yeah,
Really?
at that time, if I'd heard about that,
For Jesus.
because that's probably also not like an uncommon thing. Like they're used to doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We take
So I
a
probably
road
would've,
trip.
but-
Or
And then
pack your bags.
I'd see him do his little miracle, and then I'd be that guy going like, "Hey, everyone, this guy's a phony."
You know what? I bet Jesus was.
This guy's a
did you
great
say
big
this before?
phony.
Jesus was the first carny. Maybe he was just fucking. Come on down, see the guy in the fucking water. He cures the blind.
Watch this guy change his water to wine. No.
Now I want to see that.
This guy's been blind his whole life. Trust me, he's been blind his whole life.
Whole life, the
I
whole
didn't-
time.
Step
I
right
didn't
up.
hire him to do this, but he's been blind his whole life. I touch him.
See the
he's-
amazing-
Now he can see.
Or okay, here's the other. So you're sitting at that same fucking place drinking some mead with your homies. Abraham's son shows up and kind of walking with a bit of a limp. He's kind of, sits down next to you guys, asks you for a cup, and you guys give him some mead. And you look at him and say, "Fuck happened to you? What's wrong with you? What's your problem today?" And he goes, "Well, my dad thought he was talking to Jesus or talking to God." And you're like, "You mean the guy like 20 miles out of town?" "No, real God." And he said he had to sacrifice me or cut my fucking foreskin out of my dick. What do you guys do?
Sounds like he was just in on that carny. He just wanted to get in on that carny business.
I say wrong place, wrong time.
That too.
I'd be like, well, let me see what we're looking at here. Let's show me that dick. What do you?
And then all of a sudden, then you look and be like, "That's what a dick's supposed to look like?"
No. That doesn't.
I mean, because
look like.
he doesn't have foreskin anymore, so you're looking at a regular dick.
Yeah. The
No?
first circumcision in history. That would have been interesting too.
Well, it was Abraham's son.
I just don't understand the point. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I don't either. Yeah. What is me getting that fucking foreskin cut off? What is that proving to God?
Exactly. If God really didn't want it there, he wouldn't have put it there.
I think God's a pervert.
Okay? I think he is.
Might be.
He's a fucking like
Might be-
sadist or a pervert.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that God
I
is.
really want to see this kid's dick right now. I'm gonna need you to cut that hood off right there. It is. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna need, because it's gonna be bleeding, I'm gonna need you to suck on that a little
Yeah,
bit.
we're gonna- yeah, there you go.
That's what
Nice.
they do, by the way. That's how they stop the bleeding.
Oh yeah, there you go. Right
Traditionally,
there.
is the
Right
moil literally
Yeah.
fucking sucks on the penis until it stops bleeding.
there. Ugh.
And that's how in the 90s in New York there was a big like herpes outbreak
Oh my
among
God.
infants because some moil had fucking mouth herpes.
You thought your job was bad.
Who are these kids sleeping with? And I got
What about? Okay, here's another one for you.
slut baby.
Slut baby.
Slut baby.
Slut baby.
Here's another one for you. Okay, here we go. Holy shit. So you're one of the guys out in the middle of the fucking desert, for 40 years with Moses. The dude just bails, and he comes back down, and after so long, he's like, "Listen, I got these 10
Oh,
commandments."
so this is when he went up the mountain.
Yeah. I was talking to God, but he was a burning bush. And he gave me this list of commandments, 10 of them. That if you want to get into heaven, you can't do any of this shit. Wasn't one of those commandments like, hey, don't fucking mind-altering drugs to maybe. Oh, well, Bernie Bush told me not to do this shit. I mean, wasn't one of those a fucking sin?
I don't think there is one about
drugs.
Okay, but so Moses comes down and gives you this list of shit that you're not supposed to do. What are the chances that out of all those people that went out to the fucking desert with him were like, fuck, 95% of us are already dead because we did at least one of those things?
Well, see, but that's the good thing is, because this was pre-Jesus, so he hadn't died for their sins yet.
Yep.
So they couldn't just ask for forgiveness.
Nope. They're going straight to fucking hell.
I mean, I think they should get a pass, though, because before the Ten Commandments, you didn't know what the rules were. You didn't know what rules you were playing by. So, like, maybe you grew up thinking you only are favored by God if you kill the most people. So you were killing people thinking, look, God is going to notice me.
So what if you're like, after you're dead, bam, fuck, you're dead. And you're still back up in front of, I think it's St. Peter that's at the gate.
Yeah, I think so.
And he's the one who tells you that you're either going up or down, but you just be like, all right, dude, I know you're going to throw me downstairs. But how about this? You let me run down to fucking hell for about, a couple hours. Let me just throw down with the guy, and if I whoop his ass, you let me in. Would you do that?
Oh, yeah, and then I'd come back a couple hours later and be like, never mind, it's better down there.
We got cooler shit downstairs.
Yeah. Good.
A lot of fun people down there.
We got video games or sodomy. Fireball.
One of the 10 Commandments is, tell me what this means. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images. Does that just mean
no worshipping false idols?
Yeah, it's like when they had that bull made made of fucking gold.
That's what I was just thinking of, and it makes me wonder. So Moses went up there for like 40 days or something to get the 10 Commandments.
Right.
How prevalent was gold in this time that by the time he got back, they had found a bull's worth of gold and made a statue out of it, and they were worshiping that by the time he got back.
Yeah. And Moses was like, I'll leave you fuckers for like a month.
40 years.
40 days.
Yeah. They wandered for like 40 years.
They wandered for 40 years in the desert. 40 days. Yeah. What was up with 40?
40.
Why
40 days and 40 nights. Isn't that how long it rained? Supposedly.
There's some significance behind 40.
I think it's the aliens fucking changing shit to 40 days on their computer because we're just a simulation, but
could be.
I see. Anytime we sit there and we think about this all, I mean, if you were born during the Bronze Age or whatever, during the fucking Knights and Templars and whatever, all you had to say is fuck the Pope and fuck God and they were going to kill you.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly shit got worse and worse and worse, and then, I mean, 90% of the wars in the fucking world were
holy.
They were caused by fucking religion, difference of religion. Yep. So, you know what? Fuck it. That's what I think. Anyway, gentlemen, we are sitting at about that time. Justin, do you have anything that you'd like our listener to
stay cool
know
out there, folks?
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Warming up.
Unless
you're in the southern hemisphere. Going into fall.
Yeah.
And how about for you there?
No, nothing really. Just say hi to your moms for me. That's it.